Welcome back, you lovely bunch. Thanks for tuning again. I hope you're all doing good. I'm normally very positive in vlogs. Like, I'm having a little chuckle right away because I know you guys better brace yourselves. There's a bit of a rant coming. I would class myself as a positive person, and I think most people would agree with this. But I'm also a very honest person, and one thing I'm not very good at, and I've never been good at, is lying or not talking about how I feel and that kind of stuff. I just sat back there in a lovely picturesque field, chatting about gear range and how, well, it doesn't matter. The truth is, I didn't really want to talk about it. I'm out on the bike, so I'm happy, right? So you guys are aware that I did a video a while ago saying I was like burnt out, and then there were some really good comments actually. Being burnt out doesn't mean you shouldn't cycle or you should just go and lay in bed. Like, sometimes actually getting out and doing stuff is really good for you. So thank you guys. You really did help me get out of a bit of a rut, and I've been out riding and I do feel better. So I've been fostering kids for like a few months now, and I can hand on heart say it is the hardest thing I've ever done. The thought of riding a bike every day for the next like year and knocking out 100 miles a day every day seems like an absolute luxury. And I know there's going to be some parents out there that like single parent or have like multiple kids that are like, yeah, welcome to my world. I mean, it is, just parent on its own is really hard. But obviously when you foster, the level of need of those children is a little bit higher than a standard kid. And there's a lot more things going on in the background that can be quite stressful. So yeah, it's a challenge. Like, fostering is a massive challenge. It's not one that I regret taking on, but it's one that's like, I mean, it's really fucking hard. It's kind of like broken me a little bit emotionally to the point where I'm like struggling, and I don't know if I should do vlogs about this, you know? Should I just talk about gears being like good or bad, or flat pedals versus like clippy pedals? That's what I feel like vlogs should be, you know? Like positive, escapism, all that stuff, but I feel like crap. I don't know, this is a vlog that I wasn't planning on making, you know? Like I say, I like to be all positive, but I like to be a realist as well. Look, I have a particularly like challenging placement. Whilst that's just the nature of the beast, it is a lot to manage. I've just been sick for the last 2 weeks, and I'm pretty sure like the sickness has come from like stress. And you guys know, you guys have commented in videos, you know, that like when you feel bad and you feel knackered and you feel really tired and really stressed out, that actually like doing nothing can make it worse, and you end up like wallowing in this pit of self-despair that just like makes it all worse. So this is what I do. I try and get out and ride, you know. And like I say, I was sitting down the road like chatting about like my gear range and like chain angles and all this stuff, and I find it really hard to focus because I'm annoyed about certain things about work, and I'm having to kick up a bit of a fuss, you know, but I'm here to fight Kids Corner, and I'll do that. And then I'm a little bit tired, so I can't get all the work done and the riding done, therefore I'm not as happy. So that's got me thinking about, obviously there is downtime between placement, right? And the thought of getting to ride like as long as I want every day, or going off and doing like an ultra distance event where all I have to worry about is myself and my legs. You know, there's like nothing else to worry about, is there? Like when you're riding a bike, you're doing a long distance events, you ain't doing anything for anyone else. It's purely for yourself. That seems like so far away, like having the chance to do that. I mean, getting into fostering as a single parent is always going to be hard. It's always going to be a balancing act. You basically sacrifice like a big bit of your life, and I'm okay with that. But I think added everything together, and it's all kind of like piled up, that I've got to the point where like it is a bit of a breaking point, you know? Like, I don't like to admit it, and people don't like to be like, oh, do you know what, I can't do it anymore. So I spent the last few months doing something for other people, and I will continue to do so, you know, it's not like it's going to stop. But it just makes me realise like how far away my life is now from where it was like a few years ago when I got to travel, race, ride, and like I say, my only concern was like how tired my legs are, like if I'd fuel for that race. And the idea of going away for like a week-long like cycle training camp, like one, it's just not possible. Like, I have a kid and I foster, you know, so I'm not going to be able to go and just ride my bike every day for a week. That's a luxury that is no longer afforded to me, and I'm all right with that. You know, I can do some light riding on the trainer, I can do that. It doesn't mean I can't go and ride. I have a lot more time to ride during the day than most people, so you know, it's like swings and roundabouts and all that thing. I even know what this vlog's about. It was just me basically stopping to tell you guys that like fucking hell, I'm finding things hard at the minute. Coming for a bit of a like pick me up. So pick me up in the comments, guys. I'll be honest, you guys actually always do legit pick me up in the comments. Like, I'll probably like start editing this video and be like, do you know what, this is too whiny, I can't do it. And this is the thing that like irritates me. Like, I don't mind having a grumble, I like having a grumble, but like the whiny influencer thing where influencers moan about stuff that really don't matter. A little princess like syndrome, innit? And here's me sitting here moaning. But I'm moaning, right, because I've devoted the last like at least 2 months of my life, right, to looking after a child that really needs help, and that there's a lot of sacrifices I've had to make over that, and then I got ill. So like now I do feel like a little moany influencer princess. But like what I'm saying is, other influencers that moan, they're like little princesses. I do it in a less like princessy way. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Do I moan? Do you feel like influencers do have a little bit of a moan, and influencers have got a little bit soft? Like, are influencers a little bit sensitive? I'm feeling a bit emotional today because I've just had to make a few really tough decisions that like do impact people's lives. But anyway, back to influencing. I was talking about gears, and I was going to say that actually I was wrong about the whole 11 speed versus 12 speed thing, because I actually really like 12 speed. And now it feels like that doesn't really have that much weight. I don't know if I'm even going to put this out or if it's going to make any sense at all to anyone. It's kind of like quite cryptic, because obviously I do a job that's very confidential and I can't talk about it. But like doing this job has made me realise like how lucky I am, how lucky like my daughter is, how lucky so many people are in the world to have like so many things. Like how lucky I was just to be able to go and ride like whenever I want. I have been like very, very lucky. And I guess it's a big transition from me to have this like very like selfish like kind of way of living. I'd have my daughter for a week, then I get a week to do exactly what I want when she goes to her mum's. Now like that's kind of been taken away from me. It makes me realise how lucky I was to have it. I do miss it, but it's not like something that like you never get back. Like I have a partner, at some point me and my partner will move in together. It shares the burden massively living with a partner. She's managed to put up with me for a year, which, you know, we should just give her a medal, you know, and all she got out of it was a couple of e-bikes. I don't even know what I'm talking about now at this point, but what I was saying is, I don't know what I was saying. It's just me stopping to tell you that like I'm having a little bit of a struggly one. So this video is just going to be me sitting on the side of the road for 8 minutes talking about things that I find hard and saying that I think influence is just a little bit soft, and that maybe what people need to do, because this is what I needed, is to go and do something for someone else and realise how bad other people's lives are before we start focusing on the really, really insignificant things. And maybe it is like having a view and seeing like things from other perspectives and looking like at what children that I'm working with have or don't have, and being like, damn, we're lucky. Appreciate them little things, you know, whether it's your partner, your kids, like family, you know, because over the last few weeks, I mean, I've done this before, it's not the first time, but like having someone live in your house that doesn't have that stuff makes you realise that we're really, really lucky. It feels so like weird saying that at the end, doesn't it? It's like, here's my personal like battle with everything in life, and like and subscribe. Let's be honest, if I was like more Americanized or a proper influencer, I would be banging on about having survived cancer, like having adopted my daughter, like fostering these kids that need help. Like this would be such a like focus of my channel. It would be like Dave, the ADHD, cancer surviving, adopted father, foster care. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, I'd really milk it. Anyway, the next vlog will be about cycling, because I'm having a bit of a dilemma about this bike. I'll just tell you quickly. Like, this bike is bloody amazing, group set amazing. Should I keep it as is for a bit, or should I do the switch, set it as a winter commuter bike? I mean, the group set's going to get abused by an English winter, which is basically like gravelly awfulness anyway. Or do I keep riding it as a gravel bike, because we need to test like the clutch in it, see if we get chain drop and all that stuff, and give it a little bit longer before switching it up to the road bike. I mean, I suppose I could actually, answering my own question, just put a set of road tyres on another set of wheels and not run mud guards for now, because, I mean, it's not that way yet. And then best of both worlds. Maybe I'll do that. Anyway, let me know down in the comments. Do remember to like, comment and subscribe. Sorry for the random boring one. Thank you for watching, if you did watch to the end. Right, I'll catch you later. Bye.